Hi, everyone. This is Dr. BJ with another lesson for you. Today, we're going to be talking about digital citizenship for kids. Do you use technology in your home, in your daily life? Do you use it at school just for fun? Or are we using it right now? Yes, we are. We are using technology right now in order to communicate. And yes, we do use technology in our everyday life. It's very important for you to understand that when we use technology, there are things that we need to know in order to stay safe. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, what type of technology do you like to use? I know that I like to use my cell phone. How many of you have a cell phone? I know I do. And if you don't have a cell phone, I'm sure you've used a cell phone before, your mom, your dad, a family friend. So I have a cell phone that I use, and I use my cell phone to communicate with my what? My family and my friends, right? I even use it to play games. Then when I don't feel like using my big computer, I use my tablet. And you may use a tablet also. Let's find out more how we use technology around our home. So many of us wake up in the morning in order to go to school and work to the sound of an alarm clock. That's a form of technology, right? How about we're going to warm up a pancake or use the toaster in order to eat a waffle that we can toast or even eat toast for breakfast. That's a form of technology. Even Alexa, for example, Alexa, volume 5. Alexa, play Michael Jackson.
Shuffling songs by Michael Jackson on Amazon Music.
Can you hear that? Alexa, volume 8.
I always wanted a girl just like you.
Right? So can you hear that? Now watch, I'm going to say, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa stopped. Do you have an Alexa? Alexa can play music. You can even do research, ask Alexa questions.
Here's a playlist you might.
See, she wants to interrupt me and communicate already. That's digital technology for you. Alexa, stop. So we talked about our cell phones. We talked about how we use our cell phones to play games, but we also use our television to play games too, right? Or even to watch cartoons or movies. How about washer and dryer to wash our clothes, to make sure we have clean clothes to wear in the morning? What would we do without technology? We also use technology when we are transporting ourselves from one place to another in a car. So transportation is another form of technology, correct? Yes. So do y'all think we can do without technology? Since we use it in our everyday life, I don't think we can do without technology. It would be what? Impossible? But nothing's impossible, right? So how are we using technology right now? Right now in our country, many schools, like our own, we're learning virtually. So we have virtual school. This means that we're using our computers, our Chromebooks, and our various forms of technology to learn our lessons from our teachers. And that's how our teachers are communicating with us. Today, I'm using a lesson to communicate to students about digital citizenship. So what we're going to learn about today is what is digital citizenship. We're going to learn about how to stay safe and be responsible. What is digital footprints, cyberbullying, and also we're going to talk a little bit more about just recapping on what we've learned today that would help us to stay safe while we are in virtual school. So what is digital technology or digital citizenship, I should say? Digital citizenship is how to remain safe and responsible when we're using a tech device. Again, it has to do with staying safe and responsible when using a tech device. And there are different ways that we can do that. One of the first things I always talk to students about is it's best to be kind. However you act when you are away from your computers, the same way you should act when you are on your computer with an individual. So the golden rule is that you should be what? Kind. Kind and respectful. Use kind words. Can I make friends by being mean to someone? No. Use kind words. Do not share your password. Whatever your password is to get on the internet or to log on to your computer, to go wherever you want to go in the cyber world, that password should not be shared with a friend, your best friend, your brother, your sister. It should not be shared with anyone but your parents. Okay? Do not share your physical address where you live. Would you do that if you met a stranger or someone in person? Would you share your address or tell them your phone number or even tell them personal things about your family? If you do not do that when you're face to face with an individual, do not do that when you are on the internet. Your privacy is key, and that is the reason why anything that is private, that means things that you normally would not share with a stranger, you should not be sharing with someone on the internet. And remember, students, a stranger is someone you do not know. So let's talk a little bit about digital footprints. What is that? A digital footprint? Is that my physical footprint that I leave on an internet or on a tech device? Well, guess what? It may sound funny, but we do leave footprints of where we've gone on the internet. It's a trail of information that we create, that we leave online whenever we use the internet. So it could be a site that you've visited, it could be a picture that you've posted, it could have been a comment that you made, or a website that you've gone to. That's our digital footprint. I can actually go on the internet behind my daughter or a student and see exactly which site they have gone on. So if you're visiting sites now that you have a computer at home that your school may have given you, or you're using your parents' computer, know that they can see where you've gone on the internet. If you're going on sites that you shouldn't go to, you need to make sure that you're not doing that. There are inappropriate sites that you can visit. Some of you may be on social media, and that may be a rule in your family not to be on social media. And what I mean by social media, that's going on LinkedIn, or let's say YouTube, watching YouTube videos. It can be on Facebook. Um, it can be Snapchat. It can be any of those different sites that you could be going on that your parents have told you that you shouldn't go on. Make sure you have your parents' permission to do so. Okay? So now let's watch a video on digital footprints. Let me find that for you. So we're going to watch a video. Let's see this video on digital footprint. Here we go. And it's by Common Sense Media Education.
I just don't know where all these prints are coming from. It's a mystery. Whom do they belong to?
You know, there's some footprints that you just can't erase.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about something we all do. We all leave footprints online. They're called digital footprints. Every time you go online to play a game, type an email, or search the internet, you leave a trail.
Really? I'm online all the time sharing things. I play online, I post online, I submit and send things online almost every day.
Well, since you're online a lot, you have footprints all over the place, and it's really hard to erase these footprints.
You mean I can't just clean them up?
No, it doesn't work like that.
How does it work?
Our digital footprint can get really big really quickly, so we need to pause and think when we're online. We need to be safe, responsible, and respectful.
Wow. So what should I be careful about not sharing online?
Never share private information like your full name, address, telephone number, your age or birthday, or even your school.
I guess that makes sense. But what's okay to share then?
I share personal information, just not private information. I keep my full name and address to myself, but I feel safe sharing stuff like my hobbies and my favorite things.
Okay, I think I've got this. I may have a big footprint online, but I need to make sure what I'm sharing is safe, responsible, and respectful.
You got it.
It still doesn't solve the mystery of these muddy footprints, though. Aha! Case closed.
Remember to pause and think online. If you're not sure what to do, ask a trusted adult first. How big is your digital footprint?
How big is your digital footprint? How big is it? Inquiring minds want to know, right? So let's share again. What did you learn from sharing your digital footprint online? Is that something, what does your digital footprint, I should say, look like? So are you leaving a safe, responsible, respectful digital footprint online? Think about it. Food for thought. So when we talk about being on the internet, do you know that some children, teenagers, adults are actually bullied online? They're bullied just like if you're bullied in person when someone teases you, they spread rumors about you, they make threats, or they say unkind things to you. They're just plain old mean. That's cyberbullying. The difference is instead of happening face to face, it's happening online. So when you're online, when we say that you should be kind, we're saying you should not be using mean words, videos, pictures, or your actions, or using a song on TikTok to get back at someone, to be mean to someone. That's considered cyberbullying, and the intent is to cause harm to another individual. What you should do, is use the golden rule, which is to treat others the way you want to be treated. But let's say you knew that there was someone that was being bullied online. What should you do? The first thing you should do is tell an adult and show them what you saw. But let's say, what if it's you that's being bullied? Should you just block that person? Should you just delete the information that they were saying or doing online as it relates to you? The first thing you should do is not delete the information because you may need it at another time. The second thing you should do is to tell an adult, tell someone that you trust, tell your mom, your dad, or family member, let them know what's going on. Show them the proof of that person bullying you or using mean words or pictures or whatever to bully you so that they can help. Let's find out watching another video on what can be done to help you with cyberbullying. be right here. Here we go.
Hey, I'm Darius.
And I'm Maya. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of addicted to my phone and my computer.
We both are. But hey, they do great things.
They're great at waking us up.
They let us have important conversations with our friends.
And they keep us informed about the world.
So yeah, our phones and computers are amazing. But we don't always do amazing things with them.
It's all too common that we hear about our friends being cyberbullied. Or maybe we've even experienced cyberbullying ourselves.
Cyberbullying is any sort of communication through your phone or your computer that's meant to hurt or intimidate another person. If it happens to you, it's hard not to react. And if you're the one doing it, it's easy to forget that you might be hurting a real person.
You never know what someone might be going through. With so much negativity on social media, more and more kids are experiencing anxiety and depression.
And I would never want to be the person who makes that worse.
You've probably heard the phrase, think before you speak, a million times.
But this might be a new one. Think before you post.
The next time you want to say something out of anger or make a joke about someone online, think about how it might feel if it happened to you. You might think they deserve it, or you're just joking around. But what you're about to do is bullying.
If you see it happening to someone else, be courageous enough to speak up for them in a positive way.
In order to stand up for yourself, remember these tips. Block, report, and tell an adult.
Block the person bullying you. Report the abuse if you can. And remember, keep the messages. You might need to show them to an adult.
Tell an adult you trust. They want to help you.
Remember, what we say to each other matters.
Yeah, you never know what someone else might be going through.
And if you're being bullied, it's not your fault. No one has the right to hurt you or make you feel unsafe, online or in person.
Remember,
Block, report, and tell an adult.
Even though it doesn't always feel like it,
There's so much more to life than our phones and social media.
Yes, it is. And I love the videos that are by this company. They're very good. And it's Protect Yourself Rules. And it's by the Barbara Sinatra Children's Center. And they do an excellent job educating children on how to stay safe and on child abuse. So let's continue with our lesson. Are there any students, based on what we have shared so far, that has been bullied before? And if you don't feel comfortable sharing that you have been bullied before, but you would like to send a message to your teacher to let her know that you have or you are being bullied, please let her know. And even before you do that, there's someone who is sitting right next to you or in your house, your mom, your dad, a big brother, a big sister, someone that you love, know, and trust. You can let them know that you've been bullied, and we can get you the help that you need so that the bullying can stop. So let's recap on bullying, and not just bullying, digital citizenship. So we know that if you're being bullied, you need to block. We learned that, right? We need to report, and we need to tell the person someone that we know and trust what's going on. That is so important, and that's the only way that you can get help. Okay? So let's recap. Talking about digital citizenship, we know that digital citizenship is a way that we stay safe and responsible when online. We also know that we use, or should I say, we leave digital footprints behind us everywhere we go. It's like having messy hands and we're touching a clean wall. And everywhere we put our hands, we leave a trail of what? Fingerprints, correct? Well, the same thing with our digital, with our feet, we leave footprints behind on where we've visited, the sites that we've gone on, what we've said, what we've done on social media, who we've communicated with through emails. These are our digital footprints that we leave behind. And remember, if you are going places that you shouldn't go or you should go, anyone can come behind you on your computer, on your site, on your phone, your tablet, or your Chromebook, and see exactly which websites that you've gone on, the last emails that you've sent out. They can find out exactly where you've been. So the best thing to do, and we've been using this word a lot in our lesson, is to follow the golden rule. And what is the golden rule? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Remember to use kind words, be responsible, and most of all, anything that you know that we consider to be private, your phone number, your address, what school you go to, these are, or even your birth date. These are things that you should keep what? Private. We should keep it what? Everyone say private. So remember to use digital citizenship when you are on your computer. If you have any questions concerning what we learned about today, please let your teacher know, and I will make sure I answer all of your questions. Have a wonderful, fantastic, awesome, wonderful day. See you next time.